everyone, Andrew here with I Dream of Crafting. This will be day 2 of the 12 days of crafting videos. I did this video with another craft, so my intention was to put them both together and just do one video with both of these crafts, but the video turned out to be over an hour long, so I had to split them to be 2 separate videos. So I do apologize if it's a little wonky. I tried to splice it to be as smooth as possible. In this video, I'm going to show you these adorable popsicle stick sleds. These are so cute. I had so much fun making these. Yeah, that's what we're going to be making in this video. So I hope you enjoy. Alrighty, so the supplies you're going to need to make the both the Christmas tree and the sled. These supplies, I'm going to tell you right off the bat what supplies you absolutely need to do these, and then everything else from there is pretty much optional. You can use pretty much whatever you want. So to do these though, you're going to need some popsicle sticks. They're also called craft sticks. I got these from the Dollar Tree. It's a 100-pack for $1. They're a penny a piece. So these are great. And the ones in my Dollar Tree were actually pre-colored. But you don't need to get these exact same ones. You could get just, plain wood colored, just the plain wood popsicle sticks, and then just color them either with paint or with Sharpies, whatever you want to do. I just thought these were a great time saver because it has most of the colors that I wanted to use anyway. So, yeah, you're going to need some of these popsicle sticks. You're going to need glue. You can totally use Elmer's glue for the whole all of these projects, especially if you're going to work with kids and you're going to have them, actually assemble it and not just decorate. Definitely use the Elmer's glue. This will be strong enough to hold it together, especially, the straws and the buttons. This will be fine. I used both this and my hot glue gun, and I will use my hot glue gun for this tutorial just to save on time, but you do not have to use hot glue, and I would really highly recommend not using hot glue if you're going to be working with younger children. So you're going to need glue. You're going to need something to mark with. I prefer a pencil. And I would recommend a pencil so it's easier to erase so you don't see those marks. But you're going to need something to mark with. You're going to also need something to measure with. I have this really small one from Fiskars that I got in a pack. So this is actually the perfect size for the straws because the biggest straw is only 3 inches. So I was able to measure them all with this little tiny one. But you're going to need some kind of measuring tool. You're also going to need something, some string or ribbon, yarn, whatever you want to use as hangers for your little crafts. And that is actually what you need. Oh, and scissors. So those are what you actually need to do this project. From here on out, it's up to you what you want to do. I had buttons laying around, so I used the buttons that I had extra just laying around. I went out at the Dollar Tree. Let me show you. I got glitter at the Dollar Tree because I am not one to use glitter ever. So I had no glitter. So I got these little packs at the Dollar Tree. They come in 6 and they come in like color gradients. I already cut a couple off and put them in these jars just so they don't get everywhere and I can, save them. And I used quite a lot of this red glitter and I still have tons left. So it doesn't look like there's a lot in here, but there's actually a ton. I was really, really surprised. How much glitter is actually in those. So you can use glitter. I have puffy paints here. You can definitely use those. I might use some puffy paints in the tutorial just to show you how that would work. You can decorate completely with Sharpies. You don't have to use buttons or anything. Just, give them a Sharpie and go to town. If you have jewels, rhinestones, honestly guys, anything you want to decorate these with, you can. It's completely up to you. So, but what you really need is you need, you know, string, pencil, measuring tape, scissor, straws, and popsicle sticks, and glue. Those are the supplies you absolutely need to do this. From there, you're on your own. But I will show you how I did them so you can get an idea, and then from there, just let your imagination go wild. So those are the supplies. Let's get into the tutorial. Also forgot to mention that you will also need something to work on with the glitter and the glue. So I used wax paper. You can use just paper if you want. Just something to catch the glitter so you can put it back into a container so you don't waste it. And keep it off your table because it's really impossible to get glitter off anything. But yeah, so anything to work. I'll be working on wax paper, and I used just a white, yeah, I'm not colorblind, I promise, a yellow piece of paper, and this is what I used to make the star on my Christmas tree because I didn't have anything else, so I just made the star. So if you're going to make your star, you're going to need paper. This is just like cardstock. So those are the two things I forgot. Alright, so I'm going to pick my colors here for both my tree and my sled. So for the tree, I really like the idea of this orange being the trunk because it's the closest color in this pack to, like, you know, brown. So, and I could totally take this and take my brown Sharpie and color this, but I kind of liked how the orange turned out, especially with the glitter, so I'm just going to keep it. So this will be for my tree. And since I made a red sled already, I'm going to make, I was thinking blue, but green's my favorite color. Maybe I'll do a green one. Yeah, I like the idea of a green one. So for the sled, you need 5. You need 5 of one color, and this will be for the actual sled itself. Get over there. It looks kind of wonky. Let's get one that's, ooh, that one's wonky too. Let's get one that isn't. There we go. Okay, so there's for the sled. So 5 for the actual base of the sled. And we need 2 more for a total of 7. 2 more for the blades on the bottom of it. So I think I want blue blades. Blue and green are my favorite color combination. I love when blue and green are together. I think it's so pretty. Awesome. Okay. So popsicle sticks can go away now. I have everything I need. So I'm going to start with the sled first. So I'm going to put that up there for a moment. I don't need that. Alright. So I will put this right here so you can see it. Or not. While we work. So I'm going to cut away, get my wax paper down, get my glue ready, and I will show you how to put this together. Okay, we are good to go. As I stated before, I'm going to be using hot glue for this, just for the sake of, you know, speed here. But you can definitely do this whole project with just Elmer's glue. You're just going to have to add some time to, you know, let the pieces dry in between. So it will go a little bit slower, but it'll be a lot safer for the kitties. So we're going to put this over here. There we go. Okay, as you can see, let's prop this up here. As you can see, I have five popsicle sticks, and they're at an angle to each other. So you can certainly go straight if you wanted to, but this just gives it a little bit of visual interest. So, and it, to me, having it angled like that, it makes it a little more obvious that it's actually a sled. So what I'm going to do here, I have my glue gun right here. Whoops. Move it a little bit. All right. So I'm going to run a bead of hot glue down this popsicle stick. Oops. Glue gun. Okay, there we go. So this has to go just a little bit higher. And what I like to do, this is wax paper, so I'm putting this down and I'm just pushing, and then I'm lifting it up pretty much right away so that it doesn't, it won't, well, okay, it will stick to the wax paper. I'm sorry if I'm off camera. Hold on, let me do this. Okay, that might be, ooh, that might work. Okay. Don't leave it on, if you're working on wax paper like I am, because I tried this. It makes a lot of sense to just put them down, you know, put glue on, put them down, and then just hold them like this. I noticed though, and I'll show you, where did it go? Oh, that's right, I cut it off. So what happened was, you can see a little bit here, some of the wax paper actually came off and got stuck in the glue. And it was really tough to get it off. So I would not recommend doing that, because you're going to have paper, you know, wax paper stuck on your, you know, stuck on your project. So I would not do that. But you can set it down for half a second to, you know, push it together if you want to. Alright, so that's the first one done. And it goes really fast with the hot glue gun. So I'm just going to run another bead. Darn it. There we go. Okay, another bead of hot glue. Now, of course, with hot glue, you have to work fast. There we go. Oops. And if you are going to use hot glue, just make sure you pull off all the strings. You can do it afterwards, but it's a little easier to do it as you go. Okay, so there's the third one. This one on the end is really, I didn't get it good enough. What I'm going to do, yeah, look at that, it'll come right off. Okay, we're going to re-glue that one. So, this can happen if I didn't get it good enough, or it looks like I got it good enough. I got it right on the edge. My glue probably wasn't hot enough when it started. It was hot enough to flow out of the gun, but not hot enough to actually stick. Let me get another one. Just gonna get, there we go. Just gonna get a new one, and I will get all this glue off of this one later and use it for another one. Alright, so we're just gonna run glue down this one. And I just put it down just to make sure that these are all, just to make sure these are all even. That's why I put it on the wax paper for a half a second. I want to make sure the popsicle sticks are all level, or as level as they possibly can be. So that's why I put it on the wax paper for half a second. Alright, let's continue. Now this one, the first three, at least for me, the first three are the hardest ones, because that's when you're, you know, really making the angles. The last two are easier, because you're just matching, come on. You're just matching what you have over on the other side. So for me, it's a little easier the last two because I'm just matching on the other side. Okay. And that'll be like that. Okay. Oopsies. Okay. Hot glue. Okay. And you really only have like about less than 5 seconds. You really only have like about 2 to 3 seconds to work with this. If you're using hot glue, you have about 2 to 3 seconds to work with this until that's it. It's solid enough to hold it on its own. So that is our board. That looks pretty good. It's not exactly straight, but you know what? That's okay because we're going to add glitter and buttons and it'll look fabulous. Sorry, I didn't mean to knock the camera. Alright, let me get this glue off. Yep. Okay. That's fine. Alright. Okay, so this is going to be my bottom because this is where all the glue is. And the last two are going to be our blades of our sled. I keep calling it a sleigh. It's a sled. Now you could, let me show you. You could make it flush. That is perfectly fine. You can make it flush. It still looks like a sled. If you want to make it flush, go for it. Personally, for me, I like to have the blades a little off-centered, a little, this is the top of it, of the sleigh. So I like the blades to come up a little bit past this top. I personally think it looks better. So I'm going to flip this over to the back. And I find it easier to put the glue on the board itself than trying to run glue on this tiny edge right here. So let me see if I can get a little bit closer. There we go. That's pretty good. Alright, so I want this to be like that. So I'm leaving about a 1/2 inch at the bottom. So I'm just going to run some glue along this edge, getting as close as I can. And then I'm going to stick that in there. Okay. And just make sure before it hardens too fast on you, make sure your blade is, facing up so it's not tipping too bad. If it tips a little, oh well, no one's going to really notice. Just, make sure it's not tipping too bad. And then we're going to do the exact same thing over here. Just running my finger across the hot glue to try and, because I got some on the outside, I don't want too much glue seeping out this side. And this is really the advantage, or, well, the disadvantage, I should say. The disadvantage of working with hot glue is, the hot glue can go everywhere. Where if you work with Elmer's glue, yes, it takes longer, but you're able to clean up any over spills before it has time to dry. But for demonstration purposes, I am fine with this. So, this is our finished sleigh. That is super cute. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Alright, so, now you can leave it like this, and you can put buttons on it, or whatever you want to do. I don't like this glue, though. Now, if you were doing Elmer's glue, you're going to be fine. You're not going to have any, extra glue like I do. But you can still do this with Elmer's glue if you do it with Elmer's glue. I put this glitter there to cover up all this glue that came through. But I really just love how the glitter came out anyway. If you do it with hot Elmer's glue and you don't want to put, glitter in between the cracks, you don't have to. You can like zigzag the glue and then glitter it that way, and you'd have, you can do glitter however you want, or you don't have to do glitter at all. Decorating is up to you, but this is how I'm going to decorate it. So I really like how the glitter looks. Oh, I forgot the little string. Hold on, let me show you how to do the string before I unplug my hot glue. I'm using, there goes my tree. There goes my star, my straw tree. Okay. I'm using just this baker's twine that I got from the Dollar Tree. It comes in a pack of 3, and it's 3 different colors. For $1, obviously. So 3 for $1, and I think this is perfectly fine. If you want to use ribbon, go for it. Use ribbon. If you want to use twine. Whatever you want to use is fine. I think this is cute. I like how this looks. So I'm going to attach. Now you can attach it however you want. I found the best way, and the way I think that looks just really cute. Is to attach both of these sides, come here, to just right where the edge is. So, and this actually serves two purposes. And even if you do Elmer's glue, I would do this anyway with the Elmer's glue to just give it some extra strength. These are pretty floppy. Well, not floppy, but there's no glue really on this side. And no one's going to see this. So I take my hot glue and I just run a bead of glue right on the inside just to secure it a little bit more. And that serves 2 purposes, because then you can take your string and very carefully, so you don't burn yourself, put the string in the hot glue. And then what I do is I go back and I just put some hot glue on top of on top of that string that I just put in there. So just like that. That string's encased, and once it's completely dried and cool, it's not going anywhere. So we're gonna do the same thing on this side. Just run a bead of glue on the inside just to secure that leg, or the blade, I should say. Then I'm going to put that in there and cover it with more glue. And there we go. Once that cools in a couple seconds, that ain't going nowhere. Okay, so now I just think that is so gosh darn cute. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I love these. These are adorable. See, I told you I'm having way too much fun with these. Alright, so I'm going to unplug my hot glue gun just to give it a break here, because it's been plugged in for probably an hour or so. And we're going to use some glitter. I will be right back. Okay, we are back. I'm going to zoom out. Alright, so I'm going to use some glitter here. And I'm going to use, I have this blue and this green, but I want to use the blue. Because once again, like I said, blue and green are my favorite color combinations. I also asked my brother, who is also a crafter, and he said blue. And I was leaning towards blue anyway, so it's a sign. We are going to use blue. Oh, okay, there we go. So, I got my glue open. I got my blue glitter at the ready. Put this up here. Be careful not to spill it. Okay, and I got this little tiny brush that's all glued up from the first one I did. But that's okay. Actually, that kind of works a little better if it's all glued together, because it gives you a nice point for getting in between. Well, not in between, but gives you a finer line. So I have my little tiny brush. It's a little nail art brush that I don't use anymore, and it's like the perfect size. I'm gonna put some glue out over here. You don't need much. Just a little dollop. Okay. Alright, and since this is Elmer's glue and it does dry pretty fast, actually, I am going to, just like I did with the red one, I am going to just do one line at a time. So I'm gonna put this glue down, and you see I'm overshooting shooting the crack a little bit, but I want to make sure that I have enough glue on there to catch enough glitter. I'm getting some red glitter in there from the last time. That's okay. Some red glitter here and there isn't gonna take away from it. It's actually it's gonna be covered up by blue, so it doesn't matter if it's in there or not. Okay, and then we do that. Okay, and then very quickly, before your glue dries too much, I'm gonna take this and just tap it on. And I do tap it on pretty heavily, because I want to make sure that I have enough covered. I want to make sure I have that glue covered. Okay. And I just tap it a little bit to let the glue and the glitter settle. And I let it sit there for just a couple seconds. It doesn't need long. And then, oops, there we go. And then I tip it up and tap. I don't tap too much, but I tap off as much as the excess as I can. And look how pretty. Oh my god. That is beautiful. I really wish glitter didn't get everywhere, because I would use it more often. But it's just such a pain to clean up. Alright, so I'm going to put this off to the side. And I'm going to grab my little decanter here and get this off of here. Okay. And I do this after every time. So you're going to do this 4 times, because you have four cracks to fill. But after each time, especially since I don't have a lot of this glitter, I'm going to put this back in here. Now, I would show you, but I do this over a garbage can, and I highly suggest you do it over a garbage can as well, just to avoid any, accidents. But I just fold it into a little funnel and pour it right in. But I'm going to do this off camera over my garbage can. So, now that you have your workspace clean again, you're going to bring this back. And you don't have to wait for this to dry. You can go right on to the next one. So this is mostly dry. It's still a little wet, but I can touch it and do things with it, so it's mostly dry. So yeah, you can decorate this any way you want. I actually found some of my sticky back gems, which I've been looking for quite a while. So I think I'm going to add some of these to the side, which I didn't do anything with the side on the other one, but I might. But I thought that would be really cool to do some of these on the side. Move this a little bit. Oops, come here. Now, even though these are sticky back, even though these are sticky back, I don't trust them. So, I wonder how that would look. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. Okay. Just pushing down. Since I had it on its side, I saw that some of the glue was up. Pushing it back down. Okay. So since even though these are sticky back, I don't trust them. I'm going to I am going to put just a little hot glue and then stick them into the hot glue. There's that. And that looks really cute. I like that. Alright. Just get some excess glue off. Alright, now what else do I want to do with this? Oopsies. Okay. Put that up there. Alright. Let's see. Do I want to do... Guess I can do some buttons like I did with the other one. I want to do some puffy paint too. So let's see. I think I loaded up the other one. Maybe not too much. I mean, I put on more than I thought I was going to, but that's okay. So I like to lay them out first. And just so I can see how it looks like before putting them down. If you want to be more spontaneous with your placement, you can. I like that. I really do. Alright. Once again, I'm going to use just white glue instead of hot glue, so I can avoid the hot glue coming through the buttonholes. Come on. Oh my gosh, I'm having such problems with regular glue. It's just regular glue. I should not be having these problems. Okay. Oop, yep, and you just press it down. Let me... Oop. Hey guys, that's it for day 2. I really hope you enjoyed it. Here are our finished products. How cute are they? I love them so much. I might just make a few more. So I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos so you don't miss any. I have 10 more days coming. Keep an eye out for video 3. I'm going to post it shortly after this one so that you can see the Christmas trees. So I really hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video.